Welcome, I'm Maddox Kilgore. We're at the law offices of Kilgore and Rodriguez in Marietta, and today we're doing a criminal justice chat with Flynn Broady. Flynn is running for the district attorney of Cobb County. That race is on November the 3rd. So welcome, Flynn.
Thank you.
I've known you a long time when you were working at the solicitor's office as an assistant solicitor general. And then I knew you in the capacity of as coordinator of our Veterans Court here in Cobb Superior Court. And a lot of the voters might remember that you ran for Congress, the 11th Congressional District, right?
Correct.
Okay. For those who don't know you, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Flynn Broady, and I'm running for district attorney here in Cobb County. My entire adult life has been in the service of our community and our county. For 26 years in the military as a combat infantryman, 12 years here in Cobb County as an attorney. I look forward to meeting with each and every one of you. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to just talk and discuss things of our criminal justice system, and I hope to earn your vote for Cobb County DA. Thank you.
Well, until such time as we get to that point where we can be shaking hands with voters again, I do want to ask you a couple of criminal justice related questions.
Yes.
And the first thing is, if you're elected district attorney, what changes, if any, would you make in the DA's office?
Well, first of all, I'll use my military experience. 26 years, I moved around to a lot of different duty stations. Each of those was a new leadership challenge. And one of the first things I would always do is I would always gather everybody, put them together and ask them, what can we do better? What are we doing wrong? And then from there, establish evaluation criteria to use 30 days later to make an assessment of what did we do good, what did we do bad, and make the changes going forth. One of the main things I want to do is change our focus from punitive sentencing to rehabilitative sentencing. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay. All right, well, let me ask you then about another issue that we hear a lot about in the media and popular culture, and that is wrongful convictions. We know it happens,
Yes.
And we hear about it. Obviously, makes the newspapers when it comes out. So, as a district attorney, what do you see that you could do to prevent those wrongful convictions from happening in Cobb County?
Well, the first thing I need to make sure is that my prosecutors know right from the start that every person, every defendant is innocent. And by doing that, we can ensure the trust with our community, with our focus ultimately being on public safety. One of the things I want to do is start a conviction integrity unit. That integrity unit will be a watchdog for prosecutorial misconduct and also prosecutorial abuse. And by doing so, I believe we can seek the ultimate goal of public safety by making sure we do everything right and do it with integrity.
Okay, and you talking about an integrity unit like they've got in Fulton County DA's office?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so the last thing that I want to ask you about, Flynn, is what's going on right now with the public health crisis,
Yes.
COVID-19.
Yes.
What, if anything, have you learned from this crisis that you think could take to the DA's office to make it a better office?
Well, the main thing that I've learned from this crisis is that we have some incredible people in the criminal justice system that are willing and able to accept all challenges that are put before them. The other thing is our use of technology. We have to increase our use of technology to make sure that we're reducing the footprint of our brick and mortar facilities, and that way we can protect ourselves against a crisis such as COVID-19.
Okay. I sure do appreciate you being here. I know you've got a lot going on, but I want to give you the final word. So to the voters of Cobb County who are going to be voting in the November the 3rd election for district attorney, have you got any final words that you'd like to say?
Yes. First of all, I'd like to give you my website, which is flynnbroady.com, FLYNNBROADY.com. You can also find me on Facebook if you want to learn a little bit more about me. During this trying time, this crisis, I want you to know that we're going to get through this. We need everybody to follow the guidelines of the CDC, our local board of commissioners, and also our governor. And by doing so, we'll get through this crisis. And together, I look forward to seeing you on November 3rd voting for me, Flynn Broady, for district attorney. Thank you.
Thank you again, Flynn, for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.